back.
We're back. Welcome. Say we're going to the Pacific Northwest, Washington State, and one of my favorite wine-producing states, really. I mean, a lot of people just kind of don't even think about Washington when they think about wine. California and Oregon, we hear about all the time.
Or New York.
Upper New York State. But Washington is really the second largest wine-producing state, I think, in America.
It is.
And they just have incredible wines there. And when you think of Washington, you think of rainy Seattle, and you think, well, how can that be a good place to produce wines? A lot of the wineries have their headquarters there because that's the big city. But the whole secret is, on the Cascade Mountains, wines like very desert-like conditions. So the wineries are actually in eastern Washington, along the Snake River and along the
Columbia.
And on the rain shadow of the Cascade. So all the rain is forced on the western side of those mountains. On the eastern side of the mountains, it's very dry, desert-like conditions, and just perfect for producing wine. They have, what is that condition called for grapes, Bob, where it's very hot during the day and very cold at night?
Oh, the diurnal effect, shall we say?
He's the egghead on the show. What can I say? He's the scientist. Well, it's exactly what grapes like. If you water them too much, they hate it. They like to be stressed out so the roots go deep. And they really, and that's what makes the grapevine really produce intense flavors. It just is struggling and struggling for existence. And it likes those cold nights help really spike those sugars up in the hot days.
Hot days brings out the sugar, and the cool nights bring out the acid, so you have a balanced grape. And that's perfect in Washington.
It's very perfect.
And because they're so far north as well, they have a long growing season. They can ripen earlier, and like an Indian summer in the fall, they can hang in there and have a long growing season. They have a lot of sunshine during the day as well, like 17-hour days.
I'm amazed, because I've even noticed that of late. I'm watching a camera that's up on top of a mountain in North Carolina. It'll be dark here. North Carolina is, not that far north, but it's a little bit farther west. But it's dark here and it's still light there. So I mean, longer daylight.
Right. And Washington State. Oh, there's some on the table. Let's have some wine, Bob.
That's right.
I'm thirsty. This is Snoqualmie Winery. I've had their reds before. I love their Syrah. They make a tremendous Syrah.
They do.
Good quality, and they're not that expensive.
Inexpensive. I tell you, if you're looking for in these hard economic times, you're looking for something that is a good bang for the buck. This one here is a great aperitif, a Riesling, and it's not sugary sweet or anything like that. I mean, a Riesling is very good before dinner. It's good with Oriental food, Chinese food, or Thai food, or anything like that. Anything that's hot and
spicier.
It really makes a wonderful combination with that type of food. And this is really nice Riesling, and I think it's only about $7 to $8 a bottle. It's absolutely incredible. It's delicious.
Yeah. As you know, I'm a Riesling fanatic. I love them. I'll drink them year-round. I think they're great in Florida because they're fruit bombs. They'll smell like peaches and pears and nectarines, and they're lighter in alcohol and they're lighter wine, Bob. They're perfect for Florida. My problem with them is when you look at the label, there's no clue as to the sweetness. Most people assume, oh, Riesling is going to be sweet, where it could be bone dry like most of the Australian ones are, or it could be very much a dessert wine. Sometimes the alcohol level will give you a clue. Lower the alcohol, the sweeter, but not always. So I just bought this out of the blue, and it's a medium sweet wine.
You have to try it. I know this is featured at a lot of local wine shops. Snoqualmie winemakers select Riesling. Try this one. You're going to like it, especially those white Zinfandel drinkers out there. There's no comparison with the two grapes, but I mean, if you have a propensity for wines that have a slight perceptual sweetness, this is one.
And I think, personally, Riesling is the finest white grape in the world. I think it's better than Chardonnay.
It's the most diversified grape.
Yeah, you can have it dry, medium sweet, dessert. Dessert wines, this can age much better than any Chardonnay in the world. Not that we want to age wine, Bob. No. The beauty of our show is everything we show you is always available, and you can drink it now.
Drink it now.
It's affordable. Okay.
Right.
Shall we break off?
Let's take a break and stay tuned. We'll be right back. We're going to get into some of those delicious Washington State Reds when we return. So stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Cellar to Cellar.